Hello and welcome back. And of course, we've got Cos back here as well. Plenty to get through today, not much time, so let's get into it. So last week was good. 7 out of 10. Pretty happy with that.
Yeah, well done, man.
45 cents in the green, so we're well out of debt now. Of course, West Ham started us off with a win against Swansea.
Yeah, 1-0.
Yeah, just scraped through, but good enough. Middlesbrough let me down, and Burnley let Cos down. In the end, they cancel each other out, and nil draw. You can't win them all.
No, you can't.
But then Southampton did the job against West Brom. Really happy with that one.
Yeah, I tipped West Brom to actually win that.
Yeah,
and,
it was it was a tight game, but
they let me down.
We were both hoping for Sunderland to upset against United, but expecting what happened to happen, and it happened. The red card didn't help.
Yeah, comfortable United win.
Everton and Leicester played out. Well, for us, it was one of the best games. It ended up here at number 6. But yeah, Everton coming through in that one 4-2.
Well,
that was a crazy game.
Leicester got ahead, and we thought they would. We thought they'd go on with
that's it. But the first time they've conceded an equaliser.
They conceded an equaliser, and they went on to lose. So there you go.
Not a good sign heading into that second leg against Atletico. Then with my result of the round, Crystal Palace beating Arsenal. Wasn't expecting it to be that bad, and to be fair on Arsenal, it wasn't that bad. But we'll talk more about that in a moment. Now, I said that this one was going to be a draw, so I got this wrong. But did say that if anyone's going to turn up a gear, Liverpool was going to do it, and they did in the second half.
They got the capabilities to do so. When Coutinho came on,
Brazilian duo off the bench,
and Sturridge as well.
Yeah, Sturridge helped.
He really helped out a lot as well. And
Firmino,
what a cracking goal!
Manchester City getting the result over Hull City. Bournemouth not quite giving in to Chelsea as I was hoping. I went too far. I went for I was trying to be a bit clever.
Chelsea always. Well, look, they're able to counter attack. They're dangerous on the counter attack. They're able to
pick them off like they do.
Yeah.
They've been doing it well all season, and they did it again here. And of course, Tottenham with top spot, smashing Watford. Just put them away. They're just completely outplayed. Harry Kane was back. I didn't even know Harry Kane was back, and we're expecting something like that.
At home, Tottenham have been sensational all season.
Yeah, that was our shoe-in this week, probably.
It just continued. So
now we're going to change up the structure a little bit here. We won't go straight into the previews yet. If you want to go to that, just go to the description below. There'll be a timestamp next to it. But what about that Arsenal game? Jesus, it's been hectic. All right, I mean, the Arsenal fans are just livid. You've got
they're sick of it, aren't they? I mean, about time, really. I mean,
just after Arsenal was mocking Manchester United fans for dropping into 6th, they're getting it right back right now. And look,
see, Arsenal aren't in a position to mock anyone
no,
because
they're not.
They're gonna cop something the week after or whatever. Like, it's just.
Look, it was they were treading a fine line.
But how do you lose? A club like Arsenal.
I picked it. You
did pick it. I'm not.
But I don't think that Arsenal. I still don't think they're that bad, and we do think they're going to win the game this week.
They're getting worse each year. I mean, look, the Arsenal syndrome. Right, if we look back on that,
their better is getting better. Their worse is getting worse.
Well,
and other teams are getting better.
They're going to miss the top 4 now. So.
Yeah, well, they're definitely going to miss.
They're not keeping up. Look, to me, Arsene Wenger is too happy.
He is.
At the moment. He's living in a fantasy. And look, he's just too happy. Like, in his press conferences, he's always like, "Oh, but we played well. We were unlucky today." No, you're not. It happens too often for you to be unlucky, or your team wanted it more than us. What do you mean they wanted it more?
Why did they want it more?
That's exactly. Why did they want it more? Why?
Look, I'm on a different boat. I don't think the other team wanted it more. I don't think Crystal Palace wanted it anymore. Look, if anybody watched that game...
Look, Sanchez wanted it more than everyone.
Yeah,
I know that. And
he almost made 2 or 3 goals himself.
He's angry.
Yeah. They hit the post a few times. Look, Arsenal...
Look, they were unlucky at times, but to lose 3-0 against a team that is trying to stay alive in the league. I mean,
mind you, Crystal Palace have been impeccable form lately.
They have.
They've won now 5 of their last 6, including at Chelsea, which only Liverpool has done.
That's fantastic.
That's good effort.
But 3-0.
Arsenal made more than enough chances to get on the score sheet. They deserve to get on the score sheet. The keeper was out as well, but the defenders were just... headless chickens. I mean,
It's the
you're
same
trying too
old.
hard.
It's the same old
Yeah.
problems. Really, it's the same old problems. If you gave Crystal Palace at home against any other team in the top four, they wouldn't lose 3-0.
no. Well, I think
And that's the thing.
Arsenal didn't give them enough respect in this game, to be honest.
But they do that all the time.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
It's a problem that just
Every time away from
and
home.
it's always the same thing. Oh, well, they just wanted it more. No. How long can you run with this figure? How long? How long? I don't know. Do you know? Are you going to be there next season? You're getting paid. May as well stay.
Arsenal's fixtures, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, this will be good.
away from home.
Yep.
That's
they
where
don't
the
win-
real struggles are.
They don't win away anymore.
Look,
They don't like the
they've lost their last 4 on the trot. They're going
Yeah.
away this week as well. They're going to play at Middlesbrough.
Oh, boy.
A team that's definitely right up their alley. To
If
get
they don't
points
beat
in.
Middlesbrough, I mean, they're losing their reactionary system now. Normally, when they need to win, they win. But if they don't beat Middlesbrough,
Oh well, they just came off a win, so they did react. They react by playing awful the next
that
game.
was at home.
Yeah, but they still look. They don't know how to. No, they can't. Look, Crystal Palace is. Look, the teams are too strong right now in the Premier. This is Arsenal's problem. Arsenal have always. They've gotten the results when they needed to. They've failed to stabilise their position when they've been on top. And
It seems like teams that literally want it more, or they're physically stronger,
Well,
they
we'll
they
get
get
it.
bullied. They get bullied.
if they're on the road, look, Arsenal.
Yeah.
They showed against Manchester City at home that they can still fight, but on the road, I mean, okay, look here. So they've lost to Crystal Palace 3-0. They lost to West Brom 3-1. They lost to Liverpool 3-1. They lost to Chelsea 3-1. It's a very.
It's the same old
So
problem.
they couldn't even get that one goal. You know.
This has
That's
been
credit to
going.
Crystal Palace.
This has been going on for a very long time now.
Yeah.
These same consistent results that Arsenal get. It's been happening for way too long. And Wenger is like, well, you know, we'll fix it, man. You've had time. I'm not telling you to fix it by in a week, but he's had time.
The only respectable results they've had away from home this season was one against Manchester United, who everybody's been getting a point
Well,
against.
yeah.
And that's it, really. They lost to Manchester City. They still need to play Tottenham, so I fear for. Oh, look.
Yeah, well,
If
Tottenham's
the
got
fans
it.
are going mental now, losing the North London derby heavily is
Oh.
going to hurt. That is going to
Yeah, well,
hurt.
and Tottenham have been untouchable at home.
We're going to go right ahead, and assuming
based on-
nothing much changes, that it's going to be
Well,
probably a heavy Tottenham win.
How far away is this going? I don't think anything's going to
It's
change.
not far away. I think it's in a few
not
weeks,
much
so-
is going to change.
No,
I don't think.
much is going to change. Look, there's going to be some miracles,
Tottenham are chasing the title, and Arsenal
but look,
are still Arsenal. they just get bullied when it gets tough.
yeah, that's it. And then it's Champions League
Yeah, well,
speaks for itself.
yeah.
You know, PSG in the group stage is not Monaco. Still couldn't handle it. PSG wasn't even that great. So if they did play Monaco, that would have been bad.
that would have been scored heavily. Yeah.
But look, Arsenal, they're not in a good place, and
They're-
it's
look,
not going to get better.
It's obvious now change needs to happen. I mean, at the start of the year, you look at Chelsea, you know, Man United, Man City, Liverpool.
Well, there's
they
definitely going to be change.
They
Sanchez
brought
is
in
staying.
they brought in quality managers
Yeah.
because they realised the season before it was completely different. The teams were a lot more even. Like the results
to
were
get
more unpredictable. So they brought in managers to sort of get ahead again.
And Leicester got rid of their manager, you know.
Well,
It's
that
just
was
to buck
complete-
the trend a bit. Look, I think to sum it up, Arsenal's situation, they've just stayed at the same level. They haven't taken advantage of the moments when they've been better and used that
Oh
to
no, they
get
have.
ahead.
They have. When they play better, they win, and they look great doing it. You want to support them for the rest of your life. And when they play bad, you want to run.
But now they can't even afford to do that because the teams that they play against, they can't get out of jail like they used to because the teams are always
The
enough
lower,
levels below them.
yeah, the lower
that
ranked
they could
teams.
just get a
yeah,
string of
yeah.
wins.
Well, it's not like that
They can't
anymore.
do that anymore.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace now fighting for relegation, but they shouldn't be where they are. Crystal Palace and that they were all value. Everything was pointing to a Crystal Palace win for that game.
Which is sad. If you're, that's sad.
I didn't want to do it, but I had to back him in the end, and that's how it is. But look, Arsenal, look, things will get worse before they get better, unless something changes.
Something has to change.
But,
I mean, Wenger clearly is not adapting. He's sticking to his old mantra, his old style. I don't see any change coming out of him. So there needs to be a change in manager.
It's got to happen.
As good as Wenger's been.
The only problem
for
being
Arsenal.
find a manager that's going to compete in this league now.
Well, the only two I can think of is Simeone is probably going to finish up at Atletico,
That'd be interesting.
and there's talk of Allegri from
Allegri
but I don't think that's
basically
going to
doesn't
happen.
want to come across. So
So
Capello
really, it's
hasn't
only
really seen
Simeone, but he wants to coach Inter one day, so I don't see Arsenal really getting him either.
it's
So
going to be a tough grind.
that's
for
the other
Arsenal.
thing. Who do you replace him with? Who do you replace him with?
Yeah, that's
That's
I
the
think
other question.
That's been Arsenal's biggest problem for a while now. I mean, too much respect to the manager, maybe. I don't know.
Well, he does deserve it.
He does deserve
He does
that
deserve
respect.
it, but
So look, we
It's
don't have any issues with how Arsenal have managed their manager situation up to this point, but the reality has hit home now, and they're not competing anymore, and they're not going to be able to compete with Arsene
so
Wenger.
I'd like
at the helm.
Wenger to I'd like Wenger to stay. I mean, really, as a kid watching up, as a kid growing up watching Arsenal. You know, Wenger was the manager when I was a kid, and he's still there. When you think of Arsenal, you think of Arsene Wenger. It's just like it's one of those
It's in the
things.
name as well. It's everything, but
It was a match made in heaven.
but
really.
it's
But
the end. It's the end of an era, really.
yeah,
The
unless
legacy.
Wenger has to change, he has to adapt, and I don't think
He's not going to do it.
He's not going
He
to do
hasn't
it.
Look,
He hasn't done it by
comes
now. He's not
every
going to do it.
Every press conference is the same. Look,
Yeah,
you know the manager's not going to change when he's still confused when his team do the exact same thing every time in the same situation. So even though I don't agree with the whole Arsenal do this and then they stuff up here and they've got certain points of the season where they always do the same, because sometimes they start well, sometimes they start horribly.
yeah. There's
They come back.
variation in
But
each season.
Arsenal
I
are
agree
a
with
team
that.
that yo-yo, and they try and yo-yo around a spot, but now that average is lower than what it's been for the last 20 or so seasons. And,
Well, yeah, it is. It
and
is.
it's got to change. But anyway, to round it off, we'll just take a quick look at the games that are going to be played this week. And all of the working out, per se, we'll call it that, that's in the description below. But now we're just going to run through all the teams. And in the first game, we've got Watford taking on Swansea. And Watford, we're expecting him to come through on this one.
Swansea in terrible form at the moment.
Swansea's struggling.
They are. Yeah.
Look, and-
They're better at home, and
Yeah.
it's what Swansea are doing at the moment.
And we don't know how they're winning at home, but they do. And Swansea just keep losing it away, and it's going to be another one. Next, we've got Stoke playing against Hull, and same thing, really. Hull on the road.
Yeah,
not great.
terrible on the road.
Yeah,
Home, they're not bad. On the road, they're bad.
And Stoke have been putting. Look, we're giving Hull a chance for this one because they've been improving their away form, but only as much to get a draw, maybe. Nothing more than that. Then we've got Everton at home against Burnley, and
well, it's very.
sorry, Burnley.
Yeah, I mean,
Everton.
I'd love you to get. I'd love you to get your first win away from home, but it's not going to happen here.
Yeah.
The Middlesbrough and Arsenal. Look, Arsenal should win.
Yeah.
Just based on quality. We're backing the quality here, Arsenal. If they don't win here, I fear for everyone.
Crystal Palace hosting Leicester, a difficult one, but at the same time, it's all pushing towards Crystal Palace for this
It
one.
is. They did just play in the Champions League, so
And they're about to play again. Crystal Palace will be fresh. They haven't conceded since conceding 4 against Sunderland, so Crystal Palace will take that one.
they're staying up. So the next game is Tottenham against a team that's going to lose,
Yeah.
and that team is Bournemouth.
Yeah, look, no disrespect.
No disrespect. It's just, you all know Tottenham's home form. That's it.
Sunderland hosting someone who's going to beat them.
West Ham. What's
Okay.
the point of this game? Seriously.
Hull against West Ham.
There's nothing here. Sunderland are going down. West Ham are staying where they are.
This is one of 2 games we've got down to go either way, but we're going to back West Ham's quality to see them through. Third game, we've got West Brom taking on Liverpool. Now, I sold Liverpool a bit. No, I didn't sell them short last week. I did open up the possibility for the win.
I thought you called that pretty well last week.
They got no Mane. Henderson's just coming back. Lallana's still out.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
They need those plays against West Brom.
So, going to back Liverpool for another draw. Look, Southampton's hosting Man City. I don't know. Do you know, Cos?
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen?
No. Is Gabbiadini going to be there?
Don't know.
Don't know. All right. We don't know.
Is-
Highest bidder?
Yeah, highest bidder.
All right, highest bidder.
Southampton.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Southampton's highest bidder. Don't take too much.
But looking for value here.
Yeah, looking for value,
That's it.
basically. And Manchester United hosting Chelsea. It's a really short description for this one.
We're going for the draw, by the way.
For the neutral, you want to see Manchester United win here.
Yeah.
Because that'll really spice up the top four belt and the title race.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the roundup for today. Hope that was...
Hope you enjoy the new format, basically.
Yeah, we're giving it a whirl. Close season coming soon, and we'll get into AFL eventually. It's 2 a.m. here, by the way. So, apologies, this stretched out a bit longer than I was hoping it would be. But thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Cos, what's that thing we want them to do?
I want you to subscribe and comment.
Yes, please.
Just do whatever you want.
Yeah, definitely. If you don't have Facebook, because I know some people don't have Facebook, even in this crazy modern world. If you've got an idea for a place where we can put our detailed reviews, chuck it in the description below. Otherwise, we're just going to keep putting it on Facebook until someone says otherwise. Until then, hope everyone has a great Easter or whatever you celebrate in this period. And we'll be back sometime next week.
Next week?
Still got a video in the works. It's almost ready, but a lot of studying stuff. We've got a bit of a break now. We might be able to get that out.
We'll get more stuff.
We'll see what happens. But until whatever video that is,
Take
care and we'll see you next time.
Go Juve.